Second game of the match between Subject to Change, represented by BoIt and Berserker. Apparently BoIt made a switch of, of the nickname between the games in there. And their opponents from way underdog, GuiCoelho and Original Jester, is going to be played on Savannah, which should be the home map of the other team, which I have to guess is going to be BoIt and Berserker, because depending, or rather, looking how the first game went and the strategy, it was definitely home map for Original Jester and Coelho. So fairly certain that this is gonna be BoIt's and Berserker's map, and they're gonna be switching civilizations, Berserker into Poseidon and BoIt into his favorite Aces. Coelho gonna be sticking with Thor, and Original Jester is gonna be switching into Poseidon. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that's actually his main god, if my memory serves me well, from the Vanilla Championship last year. I really think so. And let's start. Let us start. Okay, so lures being cast out of the bed, of course, by the Poseidons and whatnot. We might probably just want to switch. This is actually a very good start right now, with the zebras and the gazelles right on one spot, even though they're having problems even placing the granary. That's how much food there was at one spot. Let's turn on the fog of war so that we see all around what's going to happen. And his ally, Berserker, he's not really that lucky, or is he? Yes, he is. You can see it's probably gonna be the theme for this map. And he's also gonna be getting plenty of extra food that he can probably lure. But I'm kind of thinking he's gonna be scavenging, for example, this little herd, maybe even those few lions here and there, and maybe even the elephants. That would be kind of unfortunate. Maybe not really all that much in the end. But still, coming for just one elephant in there with a granary, that wouldn't be all that efficient. So yeah, it would be better if he just basically stay there. Yep, let's think that way about it. Otherwise, for the opponents, well, that's of course gonna be a lure right there for Jester as well. And very easy for the food. Whoa! So far away. What actually went wrong for him? Oh, he didn't notice this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, right now he did. You can see it was just outside of his range. That's severely unlucky for him. This is, of course, gonna be slowing him down right off the bat. That's not great. Not great at all. That's gonna be slowing him from, I don't know, maybe even 10 seconds plus. Because of course he wasn't gathering for quite some time. He might be even having problems with villages. It's gonna depend right now, because he's right now on the fence. The village is gonna be finished. Let's wait for this. Oh, just. Okay, so it's not gonna be that huge issue as basically as long as villages creation. He's gonna be basically dodging the bullet in there. But still, overall, in the amount of resources and how fast he has them, it should be resulting into a bit slightly slower advance. Now, this is kind of funny spawn as well. It seems that actually way underdog can get lucky with this one. You can see him in the tower behind the tree line. That's really unusual. Unusual and sucky. Especially considering that the food is actually in there. He doesn't need to worry about the food, but still not great. Not great, could have been better. But overall, there should be plenty of food left for them. Not really this one singular zebra. But those gazelles gonna be exactly the correct placement for the villages of Original Jester. And there's gonna be plenty of food on the right side. Monkeys kinda suck. But of course, he's a Thor. So he's gonna be quite a bit better at gathering from them, because he can just basically move with the ox car. But the zebras and the berries, and of course in the front there's gonna be even more monkeys that he has just discovered. That's gonna be plenty of food for him, as he's apparently even gonna be seeing the elephants that are already being taken by BoIt. Wow, BoIt definitely not afraid of it at all. Definitely not afraid of it. He's gonna be here gathering from this elephant for quite some time, to be honest. His Ursa could have been a bit annoying, trying to kill the laborer, but apparently opted not to do so. Bit of a shame. Gonna be quite a nice advantage for him right there. But yeah, I'm really thinking they're gonna be sticking to this position for quite some time, because they're gonna be in here until they advance, more or less. And this could be maybe abusable actually by the green player. Let's see how fast he is going to be able to discover this, as he's already dropping the temple. Gonna be advancing about for whatever. Yeah, it should be quite alright. So the General Jester is already dropping a temple as well, but his food resources are not really all that great. He's having plenty of zebras and gazelles in here, but I'm kind of thinking he actually is scavenging some kind of spot. For example, here. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that he actually is, and also from here. So not really all that ideal, which is kind of why you build lure next to the granary, which is a whole lot better, because you're not gonna be scavenging all that many food sources. And if you have, for example, the food source here, and you can now cast lure, for example, here, or rather behind the TC, then you have a pretty good chance of even stealing food from here, which is absolutely unnecessary or basically downright counterproductive in the long run. But at any rate, he's already aiming for the classical age. It's gonna be advanced 5 minutes plus. Well, he was just basically waiting for something in there a bit. Not entirely certain what, but Hermes is gonna be good of choice for him, and he's already working up on the wall in. On the left side, doesn't need any more walls. He's having quite nice food in there with the elephants as well. Would be helping him a bit later if he wants to. But this food being behind the walls at this point. Interesting relic for Berserker. Better cavalry speed for Poseidon. Thank you very much. That's actually pretty nasty. Because this wall is going to be continuing here. That's like the most natural placement. Or other placement for it. And yeah, it seems that original Jester is going to be kind of halfway screwed by the map. By the map spawning in here. Still having a bit of food in there. But still the big one in the front, that's gonna be kinda missing, I'm afraid, for him. Okay, so Berserker already having quite a high score. As he's advancing through Hermes as well. GuiCoelho is just now coming through Freya, and how's it looking with BoIt? He is coming through Bust. It's gonna be advanced about 5:30, and we should be expecting from BoIt that it's gonna be some kind of normal, faster heroic. That's basically what ISIS does on Vanilla, like always. You don't really see all that many classical fights or all that much, especially lately. But I wouldn't be discounting it all that much, because maybe he will want to somehow complement this ally, but kinda I don't think so. I just kinda halfway don't think so. Because just basically the faster heroic is a big strength, and Berserker should be able to handle the opponents just by himself. With the Hippicons, with the faster speed, he can be absolutely anywhere and quite fast, so I really expect that he's gonna be quite alright to control both of the opponents. So double stable also coming up for Jester. You can see both upgrades, hand axe and pickaxe, which should be the same for Berserker. Yes, it is, and he's even having husbandry for himself. We didn't see that with Jester, right? Yeah, we didn't see it with Jester, as he's already on the elephants on the left side, but apparently so is Theseus. So he's gonna be catching Berserker off guard a bit, but not really all that much, because you can see all that really fighting would be just fine, and with that Theseus coming in there as well, this is already gonna be a victory for Berserker, because of the few extra hits by the villagers in there. So here we go, as BoIt on the right side seems to be still kinda happy, and going around his business, as he's gonna be advancing into the heroic age in about 5 seconds. My guess, what is actually the food source for him? Yeah, just now clicking into Nephthys, as he got all the food that he needed. These villagers that were just coming basically from the TC in there. Prosperity being cast, and yeah, heroic age at about 720. That's a very good one. That's a very good one, and that's gonna be probably helping significantly to Berserker, I'm thinking. Because if Berserker is having enough army at that point in enemy base, then together with the ancestors, that's gonna be very nasty combination. Very nasty combination right there. Okay, so it's gonna be first battle scene here, which are not really in favor of Berserker all that much. You can see 4 units against 3. Unfortunately, he didn't really notice fast enough, especially since it's right next to close by, or rather right next to enemy. It's of course gonna be resulting into quite an easy fight. Oh, let's see. It's gonna be a bit of a micro-intensive apparently, as Theseus against Theseus is in there. And otherwise, of course, still should be just basically winning on the sheer numbers, but it's a question if he's gonna be able to micro this properly. So far he is. So far he seems to be doing a good job, but oh well, here he's getting extra damage that he doesn't need at all, as ancestors are right now being cast exactly in here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that if Berserker's army and BoIt's ancestors are gonna be on one spot, it's gonna be very hard to actually deal with. And even though GuiCoelho is doing what he can with all the horses, trying to push off BoIt of his gold, which he's succeeding with, unfortunately the big doll is gonna be finished inside the base, and there is a gold for him. There are plenty of golds, not entirely safe, but he's gonna be still having a bit of time actually to find his way somewhere in there. But in the meantime, let's look into Teal's base, who is under pretty heavy attack at this point. And with Red, apparently in the end winning the battle, even though he kinda shouldn't have. Well, it means that he's gonna be pushing through the gate, and with all of this, that's already gonna be very hard for original Jester to get rid of. Not entirely understanding this storehouse all that much here, outside of the gates. Yeah, for example, trees here. I guess you like living dangerously in there, but of course he's gonna be paying for that. And with the Ancestors right now dealing quite significant damage to the economy, basically slowing it down. You can see plenty of villages hidden inside the town center, right? Yes, 12 villages, not doing anything at all. That's just a huge blow to the economy. And with the wall right now falling in its entirety, they're just gonna be unleashing hell into original Jester's base. Yeah, he's gonna be killing economy, killing all the remaining units that are still there for original Jester. And unfortunately, you can see that green, even though he's trying to switch on the left side, it might just not be enough, as yeah, the army is already going from BoIt. Already growing, and yeah, this is right now resulting into original Jester with the medium Hippicons. That's just basically one of the last nails in here, resulting into Resign, and Berserker and BoIt quite confidently going into 2-0 lead in the match of the first round of the 2v2 Vanilla Winter Championship. So nicely done. That was quite a professional execution right there. Nice heroic age timing by BoIt, and of course the correct strategy used. The supplement of the Ancestors was exactly a bit more than what original Jester could be handling, even though the early fights didn't look all that bad for him. Against Berserker, that was just scraping things a bit too much for him. And GuiCoelho, even though he was doing what he could with those horses, he just couldn't amass them fast enough, as BoIt yet again advanced way too fast for him. Okay, let's check into the achievements. It's gonna be Berserker at 2000, having the high score because of course of the battles. That's gonna be like the only reason for that. And well, the economy wasn't really hard bad either for him though. You can see not really hard bad. Oh, that's kinda sad. GuiCoelho just was able to kill only one unit, which was probably some kind of villager from BoIt. He just didn't get into any kind of good fights, unfortunately. The game was over before he could do something like that. The upgrades 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice throw. Nice row right there. So you can see the civilians are growing quite alright for everybody. Military units, they weren't really all that different. You can see that BoIt didn't have all that much, just a few priests here and there. And of course, those Ancestors definitely help in here in the spike that basically put him on the level of everybody else. And that's how strong power spike those guys are. Well, GG.